What's up? I didn't even see you there. Well, good, because I wanted to speak to you about something that was on my mind today. I'm finally in the mood to open up, and I thought that you would be interested to listen. What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Zuri, aka Journey Locks. So today we have a very, very good topic that we're about to lay flat, straight down to everyone. And I want everyone to listen and participate because this is some deep, deep shit. Okay, so for starters, let's go ahead and just begin by saying there's so much shit going on in this world right now, and I'm sure that we're all kind of learning a lot about ourselves, not only ourselves, but we're learning how to respond towards the shit that has been done to us. Am I right or am I right? Well, hello, everybody. It's your girl Zuri, aka Journey Logs. So today we are going to be speaking on a very emotional yet needed topic. How to let go of someone or something that you felt was for you but ended up being something to teach you and bring you closer to who you really are as a person. So now this is a very, and I'm gonna say very powerful topic, because a lot of times these people could come in forms of being someone that's your child's father, or vice versa. You know, this video is for whatever fits you as far as for your life. These people come in many shapes or forms. It could be within your family, within, your own siblings, within your closest friends, within people that you have kids with, etc. So moving on to more of the topic, pretty much we're going to speak on letting go and letting God. And this is a very, very difficult task to do, mainly if you're someone who you are not used to change. Not only are you not used to change, but you also feel like it's your job and it's your power to keep everything together. And me, I've always been that type of person where I felt like I had to keep everything together, and if I personally don't keep it together, everything's messed up and everything is just ruined. So for one, starters, change that state of mind. A lot of times doing a lot of different things is mainly just changing your state of mind as a person and understanding that, one, you have to be extremely easy on yourself. Two, you need to understand why you're doing what you're doing. A lot of times people are not being true to themselves, and they end up staying in certain situations and or handling or taking certain situations lightly only because they are not staying true to themselves. If you're staying true to yourself in your heart, in your mind, and in your soul, you will not have an issue with continuing to do so, even if that means you will lose people, objects, events, certain things that we're supposed to be a part of not losing, but you staying true to yourself, it ended up being something that was not meant to stay anyways. And so a lot of times you really need to, everyone, regardless if you want to admit it or not, or if you're aware or not, everyone has a certain brand or a certain emotions or certain things that they do as a person because that's what they do. And they or you and or whoever else has certain things that you live up to and that you yourself do because that's just you. And a lot of times we can get into relationships, friendships, jobs, certain things where we numb that side of ourselves. And not necessarily like we're being fake, but we're one, at the moment we feel that's the right thing to do, and we also probably want to make the other thing more happier and comfortable more so than ourselves. There were a lot of times in my life where I felt like I made something else more comfortable and more solid, and while I was the one that was being stepped on and or looked down upon in the process. And when you learn how that isn't okay, and make sure that what you're doing or whatever you're letting go, you need to understand, is that person or is that thing fueling or even concerned or even worried on the state of mind that you're even thinking about? Chances are they're not. And you need to understand that you have the power to choose how you wish to live your life. And if that means that you have to strip away certain things or end certain relationships regarding that, so be it. Staying true to yourself is a very powerful, mainly the main thing that you need to succeed in your journey and in your life, because you always know that you will go back to the roots of you. And this is something that a lot of people can't relate to because they don't know what the roots of them are. And that's the solid thing that I'm trying to say, and we're just gonna lay it flat on the table, is know what you stand for and look at the things in your life, and if they don't line up to what you stand for, chances are there does need to be some rearrangements that need to happen. And that doesn't necessarily mean you have to cut everything off that doesn't serve you or necessarily you're used to, because it's good to see and feel and experience certain things that isn't you. Therefore you get even more in tune within your character and who you are as a person and as an individual. So yes, you guys. Also, the other thing that I just wanted to share also, besides staying true to yourself through the long run, is also being strict with yourself with staying true to yourself. Don't try to play dumb. You know what you like, you know what you want as a person, you know what you wish people can do for you as a person and what you want to live up to as a person. And if you're not willing to express that, nor yourself even do it, how do you expect anyone to do it for you or even respect you when those things are going about? So letting go of something that is just not fueling you or is not being productive, I understand it can be very hard and very scary to face something like that, especially, like I said, if it's the things that I have mentioned in the beginning. That is a lot of work, and it's something that every single day you have to remember and choose. This is what you're doing because you're doing it for a reason, a valid reason, and you're respecting yourself and you're staying true to yourself. Hearing those words, they sound so cliche and so like, stay true to yourself, like how easy is that? But really stay in tune with that. And as long as you're staying in tune with that, you're good, because nothing's going to shake you or move you. You're always going to go back to who you are and what you represent and who you are as a person. And as far as that, you're always going to be able to prosper in ways that is just going to be amazing for you. So yes, I'm so glad you guys are watching this video. So letting go and letting God is way more harder than it seems. But you need to understand that it's only hard if your faith is weak and if you are trying to do more so of the work rather than allowing the forces and the things that need to be done do it for you. You don't have to worry. And wherever you are in your life, literally wherever you are in your life, you need to trust the process, and you also need to be firm with going back to what the hell you represent. Do not make it hard on yourself. Follow your heart, listen to your heart, focus on your mind, focus on your body, and just take the tools. Certain things that I would say I did for myself to allow me to really stand firm with whatever the choices were that I was facing or going through as a person is, one, stay on top of you, what you love, and what's gonna bring out the best you. It doesn't necessarily need to be anything, really. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. It doesn't need to be anything that's crazy or mind-blowing. It could be something simple as doing French tip nails, or painting your nails a certain color you really like, or doing something for yourself that reminds you that you're valuable, you're worth it, you're the shit, you're awesome, you're amazing. Be who you are, because at the end of the day, you are living in the body that you're living in, and there's nothing that anyone else can do about that. And you need to remember that you're not tied down to any object, place, frustration, baby daddy, baby mama, friend, auntie, uncle. You are not tied down for anything that is not bringing out the best of you. And you don't even necessarily need to have it in the way that you need to explain yourself to anyone. You have to be willing to put forth those actions instead of words. And a lot of people are going to talk, a lot of people are going to talk, a lot of people are going to say this, that, and this, but at the end of the day, they're not walking. You are. And so you continue to just walk and do your thing. Also, the other thing I would say is organize and have some type of goals for yourself. I don't give a fuck if it's waking up at 6 a.m. for a week and walk down the neighborhood. Do it. Any tiny little thing is going to fuel the fuck out of you. Like, for example, there are certain things that, I love to do for myself that, if you continue to do it, you will understand that you're going to start learning a lot of things about yourself, whether that's, like, for example, when I go to sleep, whatever. So that will be a whole other different video, you guys. Just stay tuned and keep posted with your girl, and we will definitely get into all of this. So also, what else is just a whole bunch of different things. But I'm gonna go ahead and share with you guys a few things that I've done for myself that has helped me as far as letting go of certain things that weren't for me and what keeps me in check. So yes.